What's up, everybody? Eric Odom here with Driver Lineup, Drive to Thrive. Joining you guys for Saturday. Hopefully my audio cooperates. I got a fan going behind me. It is hot as heck today in this room. So I'm trying to use all my equipment that I use for my other YouTube channel on this YouTube channel now. So hopefully it works. You guys will hear some fuzzy stuff going on. I just have to have fans going on. I'm in Texas, San Antonio. So you know that I've said before, it gets hotter, and it always felt like it was hotter in Springfield. But in terms of humidity and stuff when you go outside, but the heat that comes down from the sky on this house is enormous. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Or joining me on a Saturday. Roger said, let's see who all we have here. Alex, so far so good. Great. Hopefully everything's good with you. Heathens was here. Awesome. Heathens Trucking. Hopefully, if you guys can let me know in a chat, it's going to be a little delayed because of the system I'm using, but if the audio is good and the picture is good and everything, let me know. I didn't really get a chance to test all this. So we're kind of winging it. Captain John, greetings from California. Twisted Big D, no pick. Don't know what that is. Now I can type. Okay. So we got a few of you here. 30. Okay, we're good. We're good. So as you guys can see, so Roger says, yeah, hometown San Antonio is hot as F. Yeah. Yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot. I still maintain that it's hotter and it's more miserable outside in Springfield when it's like blazing hot. But here in San Antonio, the intensity of the sun, like I remember in trucking, especially like delivering to HEB or going and sitting in Laredo, if you were parked under the sun down here in Southern Texas, man, it is just going to just bake you out of the truck. And this room that I'm in is on the second floor of the house. And it's the room, the corner of the house and the room in the house that sees the sun more than any other part of the house. So Christian Thompson, I quit Prime in May, starting at JBS Carriers on Monday. Boy, Christian, you're going to see a lot of meat plants, I would imagine. JBS. Well, I don't know if I could do JBS every single look. That would be rough. Corey, hometown in Oregon. Nice. How's it hanging? It's going great. Twisted Big D, I still have the driver lineup rug in my car. And Twisted Big D, I still have a hoodie for you. But here's the thing, Twisted Big D, we're going to be able to make that exchange very soon. So I want to get through my updates real quick before I get into questions, and we can just chat on about nonsense, whatever you guys want to talk about. But, yes, when it rains, it pours in trucking. You guys all know that. Most of you, if you're not in trucking yet, think about getting into it. Man, let me tell you, go back and watch. I got like 300 and something videos on the channel. You have great times, and then you have those deep valleys, right? And of course, we covered a lot of those deep valleys on our channel, and we covered a lot of the high times, the mountains. And we've gotten kind of spoiled, to be honest with you, over the last. So for those who don't know yet, because I haven't done a lot of videos on this channel recently, we've been moving. I'm setting up my business down here. For those who don't know yet, my name is Eric Odom, and I have a fleet with Prime Inc. It's a very small fleet. We have our third truck coming on, our brand new truck coming very soon. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I drove OTR with Prime for 3 years, teamed most of it with my wife. And because we have our little tiny son right now, we no longer could team. And when we could no longer team, I lost interest in it very quickly. So we've been running our fleet, still running Prime Inc. Freight. I still have a purple Prime card, still an active driver. So that's kind of my current status. But you know, we've been kind of spoiled, to be honest with you. Both of our trucks that are currently running freight have been very, cooperative, I think would be the word. And it got us really spoiled that we've had like 3 months straight of really no problems whatsoever with either my Peterbilt or my Freightliner that are out there running freight right now. And of course, you know, when you have a runner that long of your trucks doing so well and loads just really working out, the rates kind of really working out, your drivers are happy. I've been paying them, you know, I paid them a pretty hefty bonus, I think like 2 weeks ago. And so it was bound to happen, right? It was just, it was like, it was going to happen. And this past week, man, both of my trucks, well, it started with my Freightliner, which the driver of my Freightliner went and got steer tires, which is fine. She can go do whatever she wants. You know, she can go do what the truck needs. I've always told her that. She doesn't ask me if the truck needs new steer tires, go get new steer tires. Like, don't call me and say, hey, can I get new steer tires? Go get new steer tires. So she goes, and of course, if you're lease purchase, you don't have a tire fund. Like if you're just standard lease, you have a tire fund. So you're accumulating, you know, you're accumulating money there on your tire fund. With lease purchase, I don't have a tire fund. So I get hit with the cost of those steer tires. And I got hit with the cost of those steer tires right 2 days before her truck had to be routed to Springfield to be put in a shop for almost a week. And then my Peterbilt is stuck out in California. He's been broken down for a week and a half. They'd fixed it multiple times. He got derated. He actually got pulled over because he was driving like 30 miles an hour on interstate in California because he was derated. So he got pulled over. And of course the officer's like, what the hell are you doing? You can't drive this slow. And he says, well, you know, here's the situation. I'm on my way to Peterbilt right now. And the officer, you know, let him go on because he was almost a Peterbilt, but he got derated like 3 times every time he left the dealership. This last time they told him it needed a new wiring harness, which they didn't have. So he's been sitting at the dealership for, he's still there today. They got the wiring harness last night, but he's still there today. So last week, both of my trucks generated 0 revenue. And I had to buy two steer tires in the same week. So you can imagine how that feels when that good old settlement comes in, when you've got 2 steer tires, you've got 2 truck payments with insurance on both trucks and not a penny in revenue. And I have to pay those drivers for their downtime. There's not breakdown pay for lease purchase. So I have to pay those drivers for their downtime, and I'm also going to compensate her for a couple nights of hotel. So it's a very expensive week. So it's, you know, it's just talk about those ups and downs, man. It's been smooth sailing for like 3 months, and then this past week, just boom. And in addition to that, Success Leasing, who I just want to. I'm going to try to bite my tongue. I will probably do a video about this here in a week or two when I'm in Springfield. Yes, I'm headed back to Springfield probably in a week or two because I'm so frustrated with Success Leasing. They gave, you guys saw in the last video, I went on this rant about how bad their communication is. Their communication is absolutely terrible. It is. Like if Success Leasing were just a standalone company and corporation out there, the reviews, I think, would be, like Google reviews and stuff, would be just devastating because they are the worst at communicating. And I sat down with them on this channel and they went on and on. I'm not going to mention names. You can go back and find the video. I interviewed 2 of them from Success Leasing on this channel, and they talked about how they're fixing their communication. They've got all these new processes and these systems to be able to let drivers know what's going on with their trucks and updates this and updates that. Man, I have gotten zero communication from Success Leasing this entire year about my new truck. That's been, and it's okay. Like, I'm not in a rush for the truck. You know, I'm not in panic or anything. If it takes until December to get the truck, fine. I don't care. Like I'm not actively driving OTR right now. So it's not like I went and turned another truck in and am waiting on that truck in limbo, which I've been in before, and that sucks. But I'm not in that situation right now. So I'm not even in a hurry, but you have to communicate something, right? Well, as I said, and I think it was my last video or maybe the video before that, they just the only way that I was able to find out any status on my truck is by calling them and hassling them. After I did a video interview with Success Leasing and they told me they were fixing their communication problems, not once did they communicate with me in the year since I ordered that truck. Mind-boggling. So anyway, I was able to get, well, let me pause that because Evan just dropped a massive super chat, $200. Do I even have that turned on? I guess I do have that turned on. Just bought a new set of steers, $1,200 out the door. Well, now it's $1,400 since you super chatted $200. Thank you for that, man. That really means a lot. I'm not doing this video to tell you that I'm in like dire straits. I hope you don't think that at all. Jen and I are actually in the best financial scenario that we've been in my entire life. So we're very blessed right now. Of course, we're buying, like we went to Costco today to buy diapers. So, you know, you guys know the cost involved with having a kid, but Evan, thank you so much, man. It means the world that you would drop a $200 super chat. So I had to stop and address that. Thank you. Awesome. Super. So the way that I found, so I talked to Success Leasing, I want to say like, I don't know, like 6 weeks ago or something. And the guy says, oh, it is definitely going to be the end of September. And he's telling me, and he didn't call me. I called and I'm like jumping through hoops and they couldn't find, and they didn't even call me this time to ask me what truck number I wanted, which they've always done that before. In this case, they just assigned a truck number. So no one even bothered to communicate. There was no email. There was nothing to ask me about what truck number I wanted, which really peeved me because I have a series of numbers that I like for my trucks. But whatever, it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. So he tells me that there's a truck number, and he tells me that the truck is likely not to come until end of September at the earliest. Okay, fine. You know, I've got something to go on, something to plan for. Great. Here's the thing. A few days ago, I get a call from not Success Leasing. I get a call from Stripes and Stuff telling me that they have my truck and they need graphics and they need payment and all that. That's how I find out that I've got a new truck in Springfield, by Stripes and Stuff calling me and telling me that they have my truck. So it's just like, boy, when I get to Springfield, somebody's getting an earful, because like it's just unacceptable. The fact I would be, and then I had to call Success Leasing and say, hey, Stripes and Stuff just called me and said that they've got my brand new Freightliner and you guys have what's going on with this? And, so they couldn't find it, and they're looking, you know, what's your driver code? What's here? We're trying to find. No, we don't have this truck. Oh wait, yeah, it might actually be over at Freightliner. What the F, you guys? Holy cow! Prime Inc. is a $2 billion plus annual revenue company. Why is it that Success Leasing, since I've come to Prime in orientation like nearly 4 years ago, Success Leasing is the one constant flop failure of this company? So damn frustrating. So anyway, I've got a brand new Freightliner sitting in Springfield. So yeah, the truck is there, and getting to the second part of my title. Yes, I'm deep in the hole. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Been in a hole many times. We'll climb out of the hole. I've got like stupid money in my e-funds, which I have an e-fund for both trucks, and I'm very smart, and I carve money off into both of those e-funds for every mile for that reason, you know, to make sure that there's ample money So it's not, it's all good. But the fact that I now have two trucks in a hole and a brand new truck sitting in Springfield, well, now I got to find a driver for that truck. And I have the other dilemma that my driver who's stuck in California was on his way here to San Antonio to pick me up, because I have to run a load every 59 days or whatever it is in order to stay active and maintain my active driver status with Prime. So he was on his way here to pick me up and do some short load down to Laredo and back or something, you know, just so that I'm still continuing to run freight now and then. Well, because he's stuck in California, I've just said, F it, I've got to go to Springfield anyway, so I'm probably going to fly to Springfield or something. And yes, I may go OTR for a very short time. I may run a load out of Springfield and back with that brand new truck, or I may drive the truck down, just bring a load down here to San Antonio instead of fly back to San Antonio. If I can set something up with a driver who can come down here to San Antonio or to the Laredo yard and take over the truck there. But that's a big if. That may not be possible or realistic. I'll have to talk to my fleet manager on Monday morning. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being able to solo in a brand new truck, even if it's only just for one or two loads. So I've got to go do that. I've got to go get a refrigerator, microwave. I think I'm going to do the rims black, again on that truck. It is a little bit different. It's still the DL logo, the driver lineup logo. It is silver, and the difference is the logo and the stripes, instead of having orange, they're going to have a nice blue. But it'll still be the same design that's on my other trucks, and I think I am going to go ahead and do the black rims, because I just have to keep that. I have to keep that vibe. The one thing that's a pain in the ass about it, Kenworth Rider, you just said you texted me. I'm looking. I don't know which number you texted me on, but the one thing that sucks about the black rims is you need to, when you find the lug nut covers, if you get the black rims with the black hub covers and the black lug nut covers, if you ever find those, buy a shit ton of them, because the problem is those are not as common in truck stops as like the plastic chrome looking ones. So my driver, someone stole some of his. They stole like half of his on one tire. Well, they're mine, but off his truck. And he hasn't been able to find replacements for them. So that's one of the downsides, but I love the look with the black rims, and I think so I've got a lot to do in Springfield. So yeah, I'm kind of going OTR, but not really, not really. I am in the hole, and I am going to go run a couple loads over the road. So my title is not a lie. So that's my current situation. But I just wanted you guys to know, even though I'm not an active driver and I've got multiple trucks running freight for Prime, I still feel the pain that we all feel of going in a hole and having, downtime, breakdown time, even though it's not me stuck out there in California. It's my driver, and I care about him. I want him to be paid. I don't want him to, and even though he's getting paid, I'll pay him for the downtime. The misery when I pull up his truck on maps in a Prime app and see him setting off against a curb next to a Peterbilt, in a place where there's not really facilities and places to eat. He's been there for a week. So I feel terrible, because I know exactly what's up with that, been there, done that many times. So anyway, that's my update. There's like 75 people on this live. That is crazy. Let me see if I can get caught up. These comments are super slow. Let's see. Reaching out to manager and success doesn't do any good either. Success is the reason I'm no longer a Prime. The beast Man, it is crazy. I've interviewed the leadership of Success Leasing. I've had them say on this channel that they're fixing the exact shit that they've pulled with me this entire year. Roger smacked my head. Moto Justin, this happens with all drivers and they will not change since they can fill trucks with bodies. Moto Justin, that is absolutely correct. They're not a company in search of customers. That's so true. Kenworth Rider communication horrible at Prime. They do not practice what they preach. Yeah. Evan, I just netted 6,350 this week. I can afford it. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm reading comments way late, you guys. I'm trying to catch up. The Beast, that's a dang good week. Evan, congrats. Yeah, that's a killer week. Twisted Big D, nice. Evan, that's a good week. Diesel Drifter, let me try to catch up. I'm going to read through these real quick. If you have questions, comments, concerns, ask them. I'll catch up to you. Kenworth Rider, I'm only talking in reference to management. Yeah, you're not wrong. Kenworth Rider, let's see. Kenworth, shoot me a text. Wanted to get a hold of you today. Twisted Big D and Kenworth Rider, you guys are communicating, which is great. Roger, so that means Success has no idea. Well, but Success Leasing could not possibly not know that my Freightliner was in Springfield if it had already left Freightliner and was at Stripes and stuff. That's not possible. And if it is possible, then that tells you how effed up the whole system is. Evan, you've been having declining loads. Questions. Okay, so there's some back and forth there. Evan, I don't work for Prime. Moto Just Smart. Kenworth Rider just texted to be okay. So Success Leasing ripped their head off for us. Yeah, I will when I'm there, and I did before, and they felt it. Let me just say that they felt it. I did a video that just throat punched Success Leasing, and I guarantee you those in charge of that department are fully aware of that video. I know that for a fact because they both of the individuals told me that they were aware of that video. And I'm going to do another one when I get to Springfield. Because here's the thing. Okay, so Success Leasing is a company not in search of customers. Like, they don't need to go find new customers. They don't have enough product to serve the customers they already have. So in their minds, it's like, well, it's not like we're short of drivers for the trucks we have. Okay, but at least do some damage control and not have all of your existing customers hate you. Like, we're not asking for a whole lot here. I could have done with just one phone call, not even a phone call. Just send me an email and say, hey, you can send me an email like once every 6 weeks. I don't care. I don't even need it every week, and just say, hey, we don't know the status. We think it's probably going to be September. But certainly send me an email, even if it's just like some automated robot email that says your truck is right now at Freightliner in Springfield. So you probably have like a week or two to get ready. I should not be getting called by Stripes and stuff to be informed that I have a new truck in Springfield. That's ridiculous. I live in San Antonio. Now I have to pay more for a flight and try to coordinate getting to Springfield and deal with all this shit because Success Leasing didn't tell me a week ago when the truck actually arrived at Freightliner, which they could have done. Oh, it's like Peter Griffin. You know what really grinds my gears? See, in Cali, super expensive hotel. Roger. Well, my Freightliner was, fortunately, she was able to get my Freightliner to Springfield. So she stayed at Lamplighter, I believe. So not an expensive hotel for her. Him out in California, he's been staying in the truck. So 412 HWC. I don't work at Prime, but I just watch all your channels for the drama. Now, okay, 412. Let me say, I'm still diehard Prime. I have zero interest in taking my trucks anywhere else. Zero. And there's no point in trying to argue, oh, it's better here and you get better rates and you get better this and better that. Nah, I'm very pleased with Prime overall. it just boils my blood with Success Leasing, and the fact that on my YouTube channel, since I've been on YouTube, I've hammered Success Leasing for the exact same problem for 3 years. And not a damn thing has changed about it. And like I said earlier, I've literally did an interview with their team at Success Leasing on this channel where they sat there for like an hour on my channel talking about how they were going to fix all this stuff, and then put me through 7 or 8 months after that interview of doing the same shit. It's unbelievable. See, Sherman just got in. Your driver is down because Prime has no load. Help me, just got in. I'm not sure what you mean, Sherman. I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. Pegleg. Continual lack of communication can be fixed with series of termination. That's how I lost one job. Dreadnought, Success forced me into a lemon. My fleet manager and his boss got involved, and now I'm waiting for another one, a new one. Yeah, we know, Jenna and I know a couple who just got out of a lemon situation, and it was terrible, heartbreaking story. Like this couple that we know, I don't want to mention their names, but we've known them. In fact, his wife was in the orientation class that Jenna was in. So we've known them for years. But even during that orientation class, they were talking about how much they love Volvos. Now, I don't like Volvo trucks. That's just a personal, I don't have anything against them. That's just a personal thing. I don't like Volvo. But they wanted a Volvo. They've always wanted a Volvo truck. So they get a Volvo truck, finally. Brand new Volvo truck with Prime Inc. And I don't know if Jenna's, let me see if I can get Jenna to jump in here. She can tell me their names. What's she saying? No, she's not available, apparently. So anyway, they get this brand new Volvo truck, and the truck has not, they had it for like 5 weeks, and the truck did not complete one trip. Not one trip. It was broken down. It was towed like 2 or 3 times, in and out of the shop over and over and over again. It never completed a trip, and Prime returned the truck to Volvo, to the manufacturer. So it's, talk about horrible for them, because they're leased, so they didn't get really any, like they probably got some breakdown pay, but they lost they're a team truck, they lost so much revenue over that 5 weeks, and then had to move. And that's after moving all their stuff. They don't have a house. They live on their truck. They move all their stuff into this Volvo, get set up, then have to be in and out of hotels for 4 or 5 weeks, and then have to move all their stuff out of that truck and move into, I think they got a beater used truck while waiting for another new truck or something. But anyways, terrible. So let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, Dreadnought forced into a lemon. See, communication is key. There's not any with Success Leasing. Yeah, there ain't, man. It's just horrible. And it sucks because Prime is such a great company, man. And to have that one just absolute blemish that proves itself to be a weak point over and over and over again, year after year, is just like embarrassing. Doug, met the driver in your personal truck maybe a month ago. Nice guy. Took a picture of it. Oh, nice. You're Doug, you're talking about the Peterbilt, I would assume, because the Peterbilt's driven by a dude. The Freightliner is driven by a chick. Which, by the way, little funny side story about her. So last night, she sends a message that the mirror on the Freightliner got hit by someone backing into a spot. And in the original video that she sends, the mirror looks completely messed up. Like all scraped up and horribly damaged. Well, it turns out that picture was just because of water and bugs that had hit the mirror. And it made it look like that was all damage. But it was insignificant, absolutely nothing. He just rubbed it like you can't even see anything. What? Because we were like, well, can you wipe? She said there's a lot of water and bugs and stuff, and that's probably what you're seeing. Because I was like, holy shit. So Jenna is like, can you wipe it off and send us a picture so we know if this is something that has to be reported, blah, blah, blah. So she wipes it off. It's like nothing on there. But at first we were like, damn it. Because now, you know, mirrors are expensive. We're going to have to pay a damn deposit, or not deposit, but deductible, and go through all that madness. But it was absolutely nothing. Like literally not even a scrape or scratch. Let's see. Where was I? Twisted Big D, what you need done here, I might be able to help some for you. Yeah, if you're talking to me, Twisted Big D, I want to get up there anyway. If I have to either run a load with my driver on my Peterbilt or run a load in my brand new truck by myself, I'm gonna run a load or a couple loads by myself. For him and me, because I'm kind of invading his space to run a load with him, right? It's like it's his home. It's my truck, but it's his home, and he's got it all set up. He doesn't have it set up really for two people to sleep. So I'd rather just go up there and run it on a new truck. 412, I'm not knocking Prime, so don't take it like that, bro. What works for some doesn't work for all. So nobody can say anything about any company. I just watch all these Prime videos and say, yeah, 412. I didn't see it that way. There is a lot of drama at Prime. It's a huge company, you know. I'm very much removed from it in a lot of ways now because I don't do daily videos like I used to, and I'm not as plugged in. But man, when I was like in the thick of things and Jen and I were running a team truck with Prime, boy, it was drama with us and a lot of the loads we were running, and it was drama with everyone we knew, no doubt. Evan, they really need to come up with checks and balances where there's workflow, like when the truck comes in and they have to notify you in a document. Yeah, it's crazy. Jason, what happened to Driver Lineup YouTube channel? You're on the Driver Lineup YouTube channel. You're on it. I just call it a drive to thrive now because that's kind of been my motto. And on this channel, I'm going to be covering some other things like my main business. My trucking business is not my main business now. It's just a secondary company that I run. It's funny because now my trucking company is like my side hustle. So let's see, 412, I dodged that bullet when I decided to get in this industry. Slip Dog, what's going on, Eric? Maybe short staff. Why wouldn't they communicate to you? Or are they just disorganized, take over the department? But that's the thing, Slip Dog, is this was the same. Like, again, go back on my YouTube channel, hundreds of videos. And the rant that I went on earlier in this video is the exact same rant that I go on every single year with Success Leasing. Same thing over and over. Every truck that I've ordered from Success Leasing, which I think this would be the fourth truck that I've ordered brand new, the third truck that I've ordered lease purchase. Every single truck has been the same thing, the exact same situation. Terrible communication. No idea what's going on unless I just hassle and hassle and hassle. And in this case, it wasn't even me hassling them. It was Stripes and stuff that called me and said, hey, where's your payment and what design do you want? Your truck is here. And I'm like, what the F? What do you mean my truck is there? Success Leasing hasn't told me shit. Which means that, like, basically Monday, my truck is going to have all its graphics done and it's going to be sitting at Prime. Well, I'm not in Springfield. I'm in San Antonio. Again, if they communicated with me a week or so ago when it actually got to Freightliner, I could better plan and prepare for getting up there and dealing with it. JDQ dropping the super chat. Thank you, JDQ. I think JDQ is the ultimate super chatter on this channel. So thank you for the super chat. Moto Justin, that poor couple. Yeah, it's terrible. Hopefully their situation gets resolved soon. Do have a serious question though, from you to Junior Honduras to Terry and countless others. What is it makes you guys so diehard about Prime? You guys own your equipment, and I'm guessing you selling yourself short 412. Well, I can't speak for Junior, but in my case, Prime Inc. has been extremely lucrative for me, and I always hear that, yeah, but you can make so much more if you went and did this or did that. Okay, but it's not broken. My situation is not broken. Prime was extremely lucrative for Jenna and I when we ran a team truck together, like crazy lucrative. We were on the verge of bankruptcy when we came to Prime. You always hear these stories about people who come to Prime and they have a hard time finding 2 nickels to rub together in their pockets. That was me. It looks like the was he requested?
Yeah, people were texting my phone asking.
Okay, pause that thought. Mini Me is coming in for a visit. Hey, you're looking the wrong way. Look right here. He's got just woke up hair. Yes, Mini Me is getting super big, super chunk. But this is why we don't drive anymore. Yes, he will own a trekking business at some point in the future, probably. Huh. Is that true? So anyway, yeah, we were that couple. Hey, babe, while you're here,
yes,
she will verify when we came to Prime, how bad was our financial situation?
we were wrecked.
Yeah, we were
wrecked.
the $200 they loan you during your training, man, I don't think we would have survived without that $200. So getting back to your question on, why are we so diehard Prime? Well, it was Prime that provided the avenue for us to completely turn that situation around. And I mean, like, words can't even describe how different our lives are financially now versus when we came into orientation because of Prime and the opportunities of Prime, the stability. Now you have to learn how to ride those mountains and those valleys. And I'm in a valley right now. But I don't know, like now that's very unique for us because we ran a husband-wife team truck. So the money's just stupid, crazy good. But even when I was solo, I got myself out of that hole when I was solo, because I ran solo for like 7 or 8 months or something like that. I don't remember how long it was, but I ran solo for like half a year, a little bit longer. And even solo, that's the time that got me out of that hole. Now, as solo, it was much more difficult to get way ahead. I'll admit that. And I want to do some videos on that soon too, because now that I'm not a team truck and I can kind of look back and I get a lot of questions all the time on this of, what do you recommend? What do you think I should do? How do I get on top of things and how do I get ahead? And I kind of lost sight of what it was like to be solo because I ran team for so long, for most of my time with Prime. And not only did I run team, all the revenue of both drivers came into my bank, my bank account or all the profit, because we were a team couple truck. So it's different. But that's a long answer to a short question. Why are we so diehard Prime? I just feel like Prime provided us that opportunity. And again, I can't speak for Junior or Terry or anyone else, but that in my case, the reason I don't move my trucks to run freight anywhere else is because I don't see anything that's broken. Like I don't see, I like the situation. It's comfortable to me. I believe in the long-term stability and viability of Prime's freight network, of their fuel discount network, of their contracts. I have an amazing fleet manager. So why, like, I have zero interest in changing that, you know? That would be my answer, I guess. Evan, Jacob, you slacking with that $9.99. Well, Evan, in Jacob's defense, he has super chatted something, I think, for like a year now, almost every live video. So, but yeah, JDQ, Evan dropped a $200 super chat. Don't go drop more. You've already, and not only that, but JDQ bought us like a freaking $300 badass tactical baby diaper bag. Like, I'm not exaggerating. We literally took it to Costco today, and it came in handy today because he shit his pants at Costco today. Dreadnought, they're charging me a lease payment to keep my stuff in the current truck. Oh, that's awful. So, okay, I got to catch up. I'm way behind. 412, like if you went to another company or just ended up brokering your own loads. Yeah, I don't want to do that, 412. Hopefully I answered that in the last part of your question, but I'm very comfortable. I don't want to change this. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do, other than this past week, having to deal with all this stuff, I spend like 15 minutes a week on my business. Like, I don't want to change that. Mario, so would Prime be a good trucking school to start with? Absolutely. I believe so. I mean, I have zero regrets, none. I got my CDL through Prime. I went through a training department. It was tough. I had situations in my training. But you know, I went into PSD and TNT with the right mindset. And that was that this is going to effing suck. That was my mindset. Like this is not going to be good. It's not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be pleasant. So when I had the trainer situations that I had, I was not I had my expectations set right. But I'll tell you this, that when I got out of PSD and TNT, I was confident, a little scared as we all are going out on our own, but within a week of running loads, I felt like I had all the knowledge and understanding to be able to run my own truck successfully and profitably. And that's all that I can ask for a training program. So my answer is yes. I think Prime is a great place to get your CDL and learn the business. Absolutely. And I'll preach that until, preach that forever. Pegleg, Peterbilt, and Kenworth are most reliable, followed by Freight Shakers. Yeah, I've said this before, and I'm trying my damnedest to catch up on comments, but I've said this before. So I own both Peterbilt and Freightliner. The Peterbilt breaks down less times than the Freightliner, but takes longer to fix. The Freightliner breaks down more times than the Peterbilt, but is fixed quicker. So you got to pick your poison, really. Kenworth, did you see the recent Junior Honduras video with a nut job? Yes, I did, and it was hilarious. No hipping, trucking, transportation. Got your email, Pegleg. I'll get you with you tomorrow. What's up, Lyle? Lyle drops in for the drive-by there. Highway of Truth. If you need a driver, I hear that Brad came back to Prime. Yeah, Brad's going lease. Yeah, we talked to Brad. I think Jenna talked to Brad like yesterday or the day before. 412, I'd say you're pretty damn successful if your trucking company is your side hustle. Yeah, my trucking company is my side hustle. Mauricio, I thought about going lease, but I think I'm just company for now. I'm doing all right company side anyways. Yeah, my drivers are doing really well company too right now. My drivers right now are making about the same that I made when I was solo lease when I started with Prime. Like my drivers, other than this past hell week, my drivers are doing pretty damn good. Prime offers a lot of back-end support. Yes, it does. There's your third driver. Oh, Mauricio. Yeah, Mauricio, if you're looking for a brand new Freightliner, if you're a Prime Inc. company driver, hit me up. Leah Hyres, what a handsome fellow. Okay, I'm way behind. Evan, super chat $100 to the diaper fund. Man, I am so far behind. Holy shit. the comments on this damn thing are already delayed. So I'm already naturally delayed. Plus I'm just way far behind. So Evan's dropping a massive diaper fund. How much? I think that buys us like 6 cases of diapers. We bought a case today at Costco, and I think it was like $45 or something, $44 for a case of diapers. So it's a hell of that's a grip of diapers. Although my son has proven that he can clear out some diapers real quick. But thank you, that's epic. I was not trying to get you guys to compete. That's why I'm trying to get a truck in my name and take it to a regional company back home, making more than I do OTR. Got to get a family started eventually. Yeah, JDQ, I get that, man. I really do. No hippie, not hard getting a truck in your name. Just go buy one. Andrew Tate, bless your news feed. Let's see, spare $185,000. Okay, I tried the team thing with my wife and the reefer side. The money was crazy good, but it didn't work out. I sure am glad to go back flatbed running solo. Josh Edwards said that. Yeah, it takes a certain type of couple to be able to make married teaming work. And Jen and I were built for it because not to be like, pansy mushy about it, but Jen and I don't leave each other's side. Like we're perfectly happy when we're together. Like the closer, the better. Team is easy mode, my honest. Solo is a lot harder. Yeah. 412, I definitely respect that answer again too. Okay. See, Highway of Truth, JDQ. I thought most people in Louisiana kept it in the family, not to start a new one. Oof. Oh, talking shit on the Southerners. Jenna shit his pants at Costco for the second time in a week. Yeah. And not only did he shit his pants the second time in a week at Costco, both times he blew out his diaper at Costco. JDQ dropping another $20 just because you said not to. Oh, you guys. What was I texting with JDQ earlier? JDQ went to Nick's barbecue in Arkansas. I think he went today. He sent me a picture of him parked at Nick's barbecue, and he said it was good. I've done a video on it. I love that place. It's like one of my favorite barbecue joints. It's not like there's better, just kind of off the beaten path. Like you guys know the kind of barbecue joint that I'm talking about, where it's like there's no big buzz or marketing. It's just a hole with barbecue, good barbecue. So there's better barbecue than Nick's. But if you want a really cool, like big restaurant, comfy, clean, modern environment, Nick's has got to be some of the best barbecue out there. Really good catfish. So anyway, Slip Dog jumping off. Eric, you have a beautiful family. God bless. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Correct mindset for TNT. Roger says, you're talking about when I said that I expected the worst, expected it to be complete dog shit. Yeah, that's what I expected my training to be. I had like part of it, I see these a lot of, now I'm not excusing the shitty trainers because there's a lot of shitty trainers. So I'm not trying to give them a pass. But there are some students that come in here thinking that this is going to be like, an amazing, like the best air condition when they're parked and they're going to take showers whenever they want, any time of the day. And they're going to have a really friendly, always happy trainer. And it's like you're setting your expectations maybe a little bit too high. This is trucking, I'm not saying that you should be treated bad or not be able to shower every other day at least. I showered every other day in training. And I just did it on my 30-minute breaks. Like I learned how to bust out a shower, man. I could bust out a shower in 15 minutes when I was in TNT. And when I would park for my 30-minute break in the middle of the day, I would run in and shower while my trainer was asleep. So he would wake up and I'd be smelling great and showered, and he would never know it. So this whole, I asked my trainer about a shower. What are you talking about? I never asked my TNT trainer, hey, can I take a shower tomorrow? Like, I just showered. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. I don't even know what the track is, but Mauricio, I really want to do the lease thing, but I don't know what's making me nervous about it. It's a big jump, Look at it this way, Mauricio. I now have, let's see, I've got, with insurance and everything, I'm now paying close to $20,000 a month. Think about that. $20,000 a month in payments. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Best damn seafood I've ever had. Give you 100% credit. Been watching from the beginning. You guys did it right. Teaming with your wife and running the truck. Smart. Okay, thank you. How's the revenue with having multiple trucks on the road? Revenue's great. It's great. Jenna dropped a phone number for Mauricio. Holy cow, am I this far behind? Evan, that means more for me than you just haven't had them cooked the right way. Let's see. Evan, crawfish is like eating mud. Let's see. Nick's barbecue isn't that great. If you want good barbecue, I think it's Exit. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying I like the place. I like the place and I think it's good food. I'm not claiming it's the best barbecue. It's a great environment. And it's good food, and it's got great truck parking. That's all I'm saying. Mexican taco truck in Drums, PA. Yes, it's the weirdest damn thing that is some of the best Mexican food in the country that Jen and I found is that little joint in Drums, PA, right across from like the shittiest Pilot. I think it's a Pilot, right? Oh my God, that Pilot sucks so bad. And it's the lines, it's so busy in the fuel island, so it's really hard to get lunch there. But man, that place is bomb. Let's see, what up, Josh? Rudy barbecue is better. Yes, Rudy's is definitely better barbecue. Yeah, Rudy's, but see, Rudy's is more like that hole in the wall kind of place that I was talking about. Like, you can't go into Rudy's and just have a nice sit down experience, Rudy's, you're going to get your food and either sit at a dirty picnic table in the heat, or you're going to take it back to your truck. If that's what you want, you can find way better barbecue than Nick's. But if you want to go inside a nice, modern, clean joint and get decent food, Nick's is great. Peg leg, and I have to say my dad's store makes best burgers. Eric, you may have just made Mauricio shit his pants at the Costco with those numbers. Oh yeah, my $20,000 a month that's my fixed cost, you guys, with this third truck. $20,000 a month. That's what I'm responsible for in truck payments and insurance and all that shit. $20,000 a month. Let's see, 412. That's true. It's definitely doable, but that place in Drums is definitely good. Yes, you took the words out of my mouth, shitty. But yeah, the Pilot's horrible. Jen and I parked in that little lot across the street just to eat some tacos from there one time. We had like the last spot, and it was hell to get into. And it was so terrifying sitting in that spot for like 20 minutes that I just couldn't wait to get out of that parking lot. Like, we were going to stay there for like 45 minutes or an hour, eat some lunch, chillax a bit. And I just wanted to get out of that parking lot. Like, I just felt like I was going to get hit. Not even from people parking, just from people going through that lot. And terrible, terrible Pilot. Sketchier looking the truck, the better. Yes, it's a Pilot. Yeah, sketchier looking the truck, the better, for sure. Zapata's Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. I always park across the road and go to the food truck. I got hit in that lot. See, you guys this is amazing. We're all on the same wavelength. We're all having the same experience here. Okay, we're at 56 minutes. I finally got caught up on comments. I cannot believe there were almost 80 of you on a Saturday. I guess it's Saturday evening. For some reason, I thought it was earlier in the day. That means I got to go mow the lawn. Yeah. That means it's late enough for me to go work. I don't know. I might do it tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. And I will most definitely do some vlogs, videos while I'm going up to Springfield. I'll give you guys a tour of the truck if you want. And if I run some loads, which it's likely that I'm going to have to, then I'll do some videos from inside the truck and go do some old school driver lineup. So that's the plan. And then, of course, I think when I get back, I'm starting the Tuesday night show on this channel. So that's going to be a lot of fun, too. And that show that we're going to be starting on Tuesday nights when I get back from Springfield is going to be also broadcast on the podcast, the Driver Hub podcast. JDQ still waiting for the video of the new wall art. Yeah, I'm going to let me see. Right here is where I'm going to put it. Not sure how I'm going to put it there, but that's where I'm going to put it. It's heavy. Thing's heavy as hell, but it's awesome. So it's coming. When I do the show and the podcast, that's where it's going right there. So it'll be right in that spot right there. Thing is awesome. Super excited about it. I just don't want to unwrap it, and it's in bubble wrap and all that. I don't want to unwrap it and go through it all until it can be on the wall and prominently featured in the videos. Remy's outside the door crying right now, my German Shepherd. What else we got here? Cano blowouts. I'd be down to join on the Tuesday night shows. Yeah, for sure. JDQ if I need to get up. Okay, I think I'm caught up, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and kill this one off. Thank you so much for joining on the replay, gang. Also appreciate you watching. If you guys could, real quick, I'm going to leave it up for like 60 seconds. Hit the thumbs up button. There was a ton of you on the live. Don't go before hitting the thumbs up button. It's a big help. Helps these videos do really well on the replay, gang. So appreciate that. And I'm going to get back into it, doing a couple vlogs from inside the truck. So from actually running loads, which I haven't done for a long time, like most of this year. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll give you guys updates on the other trucks as well. But again, thank you guys so much. If you're watching this one live, have a safe and wonderful rest of your weekend. It's Saturday night, right? Yeah, Saturday night. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it the best you can out there. The heat is starting to subside. If you looked over the next 2 or 3 weeks on what's going on in the country, the heat is finally, we're working our way past it. So hopefully it's going to get better out there for you guys. But again, thank you so much. I will talk with you all soon. Be safe, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Check in with you guys later.